All right, we're going to jump right into the unfiltered world of social audio. This is a place where conflict is basically entertainment, and your reputation, well, that's everything. We're going to break down this one absolutely wild conversation to try and figure out the hidden social rules that run these digital spaces. Yeah, that quote from one of the guys in the middle of all this, it pretty much says it all, right? You just can't make this stuff up. What we're looking at here is a perfect storm that captures all the chaos, the performance, and surprisingly, the really complex rules of this digital arena. So, first up, we're going to look at what happens when an online argument just completely spills over into the real world. It all kicks off with a beef between two guys, Dylan and Don, and believe me, it escalates fast, from just words on a screen to actual real-world violence. So, check out how this went down. It starts with a pretty standard online thing, right? An argument over politics. But then they decide to take it offline. They agree to meet up at a park to settle it. So at the park, Dylan keeps coming at Don, kind of taunting him, and then bam, Don slaps him. But here's the thing, it doesn't end there. Oh no, the whole thing gets filmed and thrown right back online for everyone to judge. But here's where it gets really messy. The big controversy, the thing everyone was arguing about, wasn't actually the slap. Nope, it was what Don brought with him. See, he showed up to Dylan's neighborhood all by himself, but he wasn't empty-handed. He brought a pair of scissors with him for protection. And that changes everything. It's not a fist fight anymore. It's something way, way more dangerous. And this whole situation just perfectly lays out the group's super complicated, unwritten rules. It's fascinating. On one side, you've got people saying Dylan lost. Why? Because he started the whole thing, but then he couldn't back it up. Like one person said, the second someone puts their hands on you and you do not touch them back, you lost. It's that simple. But on the other side, Don gets a ton of heat. Why? Because he broke the unwritten rule of a fair fight by bringing a weapon. Okay, let's switch gears a bit. We're moving from a physical fight to something more about, well, social contracts, I guess you could call it. And this whole new debate kicks off when one user, a guy named Whack, decides to publicly call out another man about his relationship. So Whack gets on there and basically accuses this other guy of not investing in his girlfriend's appearance properly. And that one accusation just explodes. It sparks this massive debate that pulls the whole group in, and it raises this really fascinating question. What exactly does a man owe his partner financially? So Whack's whole point is captured in this quote. Stop going to the Gucci store and take her to the doctor. What he's arguing is that a man should be spending money to, physically upgrade his partner. In his view, buying fancy stuff for yourself while your partner has flaws that could be fixed, well, that's basically neglect. And this whole debate really centered around a phrase they use in this community, building a bear. It's their term for a man financially investing in his partner's physical enhancements. We're talking everything from dental work to plastic surgery. And to prove his point, Whack put his own relationship right in the spotlight, using his partner RB as the ultimate example of what this looks like when it's done right. So then his partner, RB, actually comes into the conversation, and she explains how his investment totally changed her life. And she starts listing things off, right? We're talking physical upgrades, like getting her breasts redone and getting braces, but she also talks about professional mentorship and a new lifestyle that got her out of what she called survival mode, which really let her grow. And her point of view really gets to the heart of the whole argument. She said after he paid for her braces to fix her overbite, she thought, why the fuck didn't nobody tell me that I can be enhanced in this area? And that's the central question, isn't it? Is this building a bear thing a controlling act, where a guy is just molding his partner into what he wants? Or is it a form of care, a way to unlock a partner's potential they didn't even know they had? And man, the community was completely split on this. Okay, so we've got a physical brawl in a park and a massive debate about relationships. On the surface, they seem totally unrelated, right? But what do these two chaotic moments actually tell us about the real rules, the unwritten rules that govern this digital society? When you really boil it all down, you start to see a clear, even if it's unwritten, code of conduct. Rule number 1, your public reputation is your currency. It's everything. Rule 2, what happens online does not stay online. It has real-world stakes. Rule 3, every single argument is a performance. It's for an audience that's judging you. And maybe the biggest rule of all, loyalty is everything. You are expected to defend your partner, your allies, publicly at all costs like you're live on stage. And I think that's the biggest thing to take away from all this. On these platforms, the line between who people really are and the character they're playing for an audience, it's not just blurred, it's practically gone. And it leaves all of us with a really big question. In these spaces, what's actually real? And what's just part of the show?